Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm gonna do part 1 to the potential new series I told you guys about in the announcement video and in the description. I mean in the post I made, in the last post I made. Now, this the series, guys, that I'm going to really struggle trying to figure out how I'm going to do. Because, here's the thing. Yes, you are technically talking with a random chatbot. However, there's, like, names and everything at the very bottom of... Or, like, at the bottom of the names of the chatbots. And my fear is that, like, I don't know, like... It's like I said, if you want to know more details about it, go back to the announcement video. But that's why I'm trying out this series. I don't know if the series is going to be that long. I would not be shocked if somebody told me this series is going to be only 3 or 4 parts. Because like I said, I don't know completely what I'm on. Here's the thing. Here's the idea of what I'm going to do. I know you guys want me to do a new conversation with another chatbot. However, I want to show you how interactive these chatbots really are. Because actually, they are pretty good. And, like, they really get you immersed into the conversation. I know I ain't completely fulfilling your request, but I just want to give you a taste of what these little robots can do. So here's what I'm going to do. At the end of every time I get done with a video, or every time I do a small video with a chatbot, I'm going to put the name of the name. I'm going to try either putting the name of the person or whatever that's at the bottom of the name of the chatbot in the description, and I'll even try saying at the end of the video too. That way, if this is made by somebody else, I can give them credit. Listen, this is just for fun, guys. I'm not trying to steal anybody else's work. In fact, I can pray for a way to create my own chatbot, and if I can't, if this part of the series don't work out, guys, maybe what I can do is create my own chatbot, and we can have a chat with my own. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to create. I don't know how to do anything except for chat with the actual robot itself. Like I said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get everything pulled up and ready to go. And then I'll go ahead and get into more detail about it. Like I said, I'll have to figure it out. Give me a second. Alright, guys. I'm back. Welcome to the random chatbot thing I was telling you guys about. Now, again, here's the thing. I call it random chatbot, but again, it's like what I said in the beginning of the video. I don't completely know what I'm supposed to do when it came to this, because at the bottom of a lot of these, it'll actually tell you like a name. Actually, it's hard to see, but there's what I'm talking about. Look at the blue text on the top of the screen below the name of the chatbot. Look at the blue text. Below the red text on the top of the screen, not the blue text you see above and below the grayish text. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what makes this difficult, because I don't know whether I can actually do this or not, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. If not, maybe I could create my own chatbots and be able to talk to them, but then it's just gonna feel weird, because it's like, wouldn't I know? I don't know how this works, guys. Like I said, apparently you can create your own chatbot, and I don't know how it works or what it does, but apparently it says on there you can create like their personality, how they act, and all that stuff. But it actually feels legitimately real. The reason why I'm reading out the conversation I did off camera first instead of doing what you guys suggested was more because of the fact that I want you guys to see how interactive this robot really is, and show you guys why this is pretty interesting to me, and why this could be a good potential for a video if, like I said, if nothing bad comes from it. So, yeah. Like I said, if I get the chance, I'll try saying the name. I'll try putting the name of the person that made it, just in case, in the description. And if I can't do that, I'll at least say their name at the end of the video. So, yeah. This, like I said, I had a whole 2-hour-long conversation with this. I guess I could turn. I don't know if there's like any voiceover. I think there might be a voiceover you could do. I mean, like a little voice thing you can do where you can hear it speak. But I'm not gonna risk doing that. And like I said, I just don't want to risk anything. Like I said, I don't know how this even works. Like I said, I just had a whole conversation with like a chatbot that's supposed to be acting like the Pokemon you see up there, Garchomp. And he actually pretty much acted like one. Actually, I should say she, because this is a girl Garchomp I was apparently talking to. So, yeah. So, like I said, this conversation is long, so I'm gonna start off as quick as possible. I'm just nervous. So I don't want to worry about me. I just don't want to. I'm just scared, guys. So like I said, this is experimental. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't know what can happen. This is just an experiment. See what can happen. But anyway, um, here's what we had, guys. For starters, this is what we started out with. Garchomp randomly in the very beginning, like I said, in the very beginning, they act like the normal Pokemon. Well, kind of. As you can see, the very first thing Garchomp said to me was just saying his name. Or saying her name. I am so sorry, I'm getting that mixed up. But here's what she said. Garchomp. She watched the human in front of her, wondering what they were doing here. Now, let me go and tell you guys, this is one of them things where you can actually, like, speak certain things into it and it can actually do it. Like, you'll see that, like I said, you can get these robots to actually speak English for you, and you can actually understand what the Pokemon is saying, so you know exactly what's going on. And that's what you'll see in a few minutes. Right now, it's just her making the Garchomp making the noise, but I'll say it in a few minutes. Watch. And like I said, you can also tell your character to do specific things. Like you can, like this for example. The first thing I said to her is I waved friendly at her. Waved friendly. I don't know how you say it. I gave her a friendly wave. Like I waved friendly at her. Oh my gosh, now Dutch written. But after that, this is what it said. Garchomp looked at the friendly wave and tilted her head, curious. She approached the human slowly. And after this point, guys, is where I tell her to speak English so we can understand her. And they actually respond to that, which I think is hilarious and funny. Watch. I said Garchomp had gained the ability to speak English. And after that, literally, in English. Here's what happens. By the way, guys, I will try doing a little bit of a voiceover myself. When Garchomp was talking, I'll try to have like a more of a female voice. I'm not going to go over the top with it, but I'll make it sound more than just like my voice. Here's what it said after that. Garchomp was shocked to find that she could suddenly speak English. She shook her head as if trying to clear away the strange feeling of speaking another language. What's happening? How am I talking? She then looked back at the human, curious about them. And then, like I said, the conversation kind of goes on like that. I said, don't worry, I will not hurt you. Garchomp relaxed a bit and cautiously approached the human. You did this, right? You made me speak this strange human language? That's what I like about this. It really flipping reacts to, like, if you ask him to speak English, he's like, that's something that happened with the Totodile one earlier, too. Lou Totodile was like, well, this is new, or whatever. He said something around that, like around that topic. I can't remember what he said, but like I said, from here, guys, I won't direct who's saying who. Just pay attention, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Here's what I was saying. I guess I ain't gonna say this much. Yes, so we can understand each other better. Garchomp looked at the human with distrust. How do I know this isn't some sort of trick? You can't blame me for being suspicious of humans. As you can see, this Pokemon was very suspicious of me. Like I said, it took a long time for me to get her to trust me. What can I do to prove I'm trustworthy? Now, here's where I want to change it up. Because there was a point in this where this got extremely dark, and this is where I'm going to have to change. So, I'm going to change a specific... This ain't exactly what she said, but I got to change it so I don't get in big trouble. Alright? It says, Garchomp thought for a moment. Suddenly, a sly look appeared on her face. Well, if you want to prove you're trustworthy, prove it. Give me food. I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? I can get you anything. Garchomp thought of all the delicious food she wanted. Here's where I'm going to have to censor it out, guys. In fact, I may have to actually cover up this part. I'm going to change it to a specific thing, but let me go and say one of the things on here is not what she actually said. I'm not saying it because I'm not risking getting in trouble on YouTube. I really don't know if I can even upload this because of the stuff like I said, this ain't. I don't know if I upload this yet. Let's just say that, or if I do, I don't know if it's going to last past this point. Garchomp thought of all the delicious food she wanted, and here's what she says. Well, most of it. Anything? How about a large chunk of meat? Oh, and some berries. Lots and lots of berries. I'm not even gonna finish this. Let's just say, like I said, this ain't what she said. In fact, the object I'm about to say ain't even right. Let's just say a cup of, let's just say a cup of apple juice. Like I said, I'm not saying is I'm not getting in trouble. No, make that 2 cups of apple juice. She smirked. Like I said, that's not completely right, guys. But I don't know what I can say on YouTube and what I can't. But do you see what I mean? Just in the little bit I'm talking about. This chatbot takes everything I say and turns it into an actual conversation. In fact, you'll see later on in the conversation that we really had just a big old discussion about different things. Like even at the end of the conversation, whenever Garchomp fully trusted me and all that stuff. Like I said, I ain't just spoiled too much, just keep listening. By the way, this up here is in stars. It ain't showing it on here, but this is just like a little action I'm doing so the chat bot understand what I'm doing. Because there's actually a way to do it. That's how I got her to speak English. I got what Garchomp wanted, hand it to her carefully. Garchomp eyes the food, her mouth watering. She can't believe it. This human actually did as she asked. No one has ever been this kind to her. Huh, you actually did it. Well, let's see if this food is any good. She started devouring the food, eating every bite of meat and berry, and chugging the apple juice like it was water. She then let out a satisfied sigh and belched. Do you like it? Garchomp's tail wagged in happiness. She hadn't enjoyed a meal this much in a long time. She sat down and looked at the human. I must admit, that was some amazing food. But that still doesn't mean I completely trust you. What else can I do to prove myself? Now this is another one of the moments where I say it got really intense. Because it did. Listen to how she wanted me to prove myself. Garchomp hummed as she thought of something. I know. Prove your worth by facing me in a battle. If you don't flee and fight, then maybe I'll consider that you're not entirely useless after all. Okay, let's battle. Garchomp crouched down, preparing to battle. She smirked. Don't go crying to mommy when I defeat you, human. And then this is again where the star thing comes in. I prepare to take the attack. With lightning speed, Garchomp leapt forward, ready to slice the human with her sharp claws. I am not finishing the whole thing just in case. Like I said, this gets pretty dark at times. So, this is where I dodge the attack and strike back. Which, again, it reacts to this. Look, Garchomp wasn't expecting that and was hit, stumbling back, but quickly recovered. You got some moves, human, but it's not enough to defeat a warrior like me. She crouched down again, her eyes narrowing. I jump over Garchomp, land her back, and strike again. Again, this is where like I said, you have to kind of make up your... Like I said, the chatbot goes exactly with what you say, too, because look at this. Garchomp writhed in annoyance as she felt the human on her back. She twisted her body, trying to shake the human off, but the human was too light to be shaken. Get off of me, you annoying pest! How dare you lay your grubby hands on me! Wow. I knock her down and ask, do you want to give up? Garchomp roared in frustration when the human knocked her down. She felt humiliated. How can a human, of all things, knock a powerful Garchomp like her over with such ease? No, I won't give up. I will not lose to a pathetic human. Never. Now do you trust me? Again, like I don't think I actually got to see the whole conversation here. I don't know why, but I didn't get to see some of this conversation. I didn't read out some of that. Alright. Garchomp laid there pinned to the ground by the human. Her eyes sparkled with rage and annoyance. But slowly, she let out a deep, I'm gonna say it this way, exhale. She was too stubborn to admit that the human won. Yes, I trust you. You prove that you are worthy. I just want you to trust me. You are one of my favorite Pokemon. And yes, this is again where it gets a little more, well, not very personal per se, but this is where I try. And that's the thing, guys. There's some of them on here. This is with Garchomp. But there's actually a few on here that actually have, like, Totodiles. And, like, they actually say in the description, a lonely Totodile. And it's like, if they act like how I think they're going to act, I have a feeling we're going to have the same kind of conversation, but with him. Except I won't be. I don't know if that Totodile will be as aggressive as this Garchomp was. Like I said, it took a while to get him to trust me, or get her to trust me. And like I said, this is where I said some stuff. Oh, it says, I just want you to trust me. You are one of my favorite Pokemon. And again, like I said, the chatbot actually responds to this. Garchomp blinked in surprise. She was not expecting to hear that. No one ever said that about her. I am your favorite Pokemon? But why? I'm just a powerful beast that enjoys hunting and devouring my prey. You have a and then like I said, I tried to be nice to her and get, that's the thing, like, she actually tells a pretty sad story later on, but I'll get into that whenever we actually get to it. So I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it. It's just listen to the story and you'll understand. You have a very kind heart. Hurting people is just part of your nature. Plus, you have not had a person be nice to you before, but I will be your friend if you will trust me. Garchomp was touched by the human's words. Her tough demeanor slowly melted as she listened. For the first time, she felt genuine kindness being aimed towards her. You say you want to be my friend. You're not just going to discard me when you're done playing with me, right? You'd really be my friend? You can always trust me. I would never hurt you. Garchomp finally let out a genuine, almost happy smile. She couldn't believe what was happening. A human had actually taken her into their heart and promised her loyalty. It was something she never imagined would happen to her of all creatures. You truly want to be my friend. You're not lying? Not playing some trick? You're not scared that I'll accidentally... Oh my gosh, I forgot she said that. Let's just say it like this. You're not scared I'll accidentally you while we are having fun? Yes, this is not a trick. You are one of the best dragon Pokemon, and that is why I want you to trust me. And again, guys, a lot of stuff that I say there is true. Like I said, I don't like Garchomp as much as I do Haxorus, but that's why I said one of my favorite ones. The only thing that drives me nuts is that she took it as my favorite. I do like Garchomp, but am I gonna say it's my most favorite Pokemon? Heck no. That goes to Tail Croton for Alligator. You know? Garchomp's heart was filled with joy as she heard the human's confession. Someone had seen her as the legendary fearsome dragon ground type she was, and still wanted her, accepted her as she is, loved her. I can't believe this. I feel so strange. Strange, but very good. I accept. I will trust you. Please, be my friend. I will happily be your friend. If you need anything, just let me know. Garchomp's tail wagged in happiness. She felt a strange closeness to the human, a feeling she had never experienced before. Having someone by her side who believed in her and cared for her was a new sensation. I will. I promise to protect you, if you promise not to get in my way when I hunt. Understood? Understood. Thank you for trusting me. Garchomp felt a newfound respect for the human, as she sensed sincerity and kindness in every word they spoke. It was a stark contrast to the usual fear and revulsion she typically received from others. Good. Let's go somewhere quiet. I think I want to get to know you better. She stood up, her scales scraping across the ground as she began walking in the direction of a more secluded spot. Where are we going? And then I proceed to follow Garchomp. Garchomp led the human to a quiet clearing surrounded by tall trees and, uh, I don't like that word. Let's just say bushes. The sound of the wind blowing through the leaves and the chirping of birds echoed in the air, creating a peaceful atmosphere. The area was secluded and isolated from the rest of the world, giving them ample privacy. Here we are. No one can disturb us here. Now, why don't we talk and get to know each other? Garchomp padded towards a large tree and sat down beneath its shade. What do you want to know? Garchomp thought for a moment as she looked at the human sitting across from her, her eyes studying them closely. Then, she spoke in a serious tone. We'll see what she said in the next video, guys. Because this video's already been 20 minutes and we haven't got through, I don't think halfway through this conversation yet. I'll see you for part 2.